The first rule of the ninja is to win without fighting.
Being natural is the ultimate secret of the art. Do not seek fame. Do not seek fortune. Do not seek popularity, but rather seek discipline, integrity, character, and courage. We must not seek happiness from the outside in, but from the inside out. It is not fame or fortune that will bring us into this place of fulfillment. We must find the blessing. We must find goodness in the ordinary. Don't think that any one technique is the end. There is no end. Just when you think you've got them, you're dead because you didn't.
Your life is on the line, your future. So practice well. Move with your feet, and the hands will follow. You are not just fighting one opponent. You are fighting the unknown. You are stepping into uncharted territories, and you must endure to the end, no matter what happens, despite being prepared for death at any time.
People who seek seriously for a martial art with integrity and having found it, never leave it, are the protectors of the true ninjutsu.
The first priority of the ninja is to win without fighting. Your life is on the line. You must practice well. I choose to live by choice. I choose to make changes, not excuses. I choose to have results and not regrets. I choose self-esteem and not self-pity. I choose to excel and not compete, to maintain a state of calmness of mind. I choose to thrive in the shadows, disappearing until I emerge successful. I choose to put the work in the dark room, to develop, to condition myself, to equip myself, to discover myself, to emerge a warrior of light. Being natural is the ultimate secret of the art. The way of the martial artist is the way of enduring, surviving, and prevailing over all that would destroy him. More than delivering strikes and slashes, blows and punches, it is the way of attaining that which we need while making the world a better place. The skill of the ninja is the art of winning, and we must win in the shadows. We must win behind the scenes. We must win where no one is watching. Don't think that any one technique is the end, because there is no end. Every day we grow taller, stronger, wiser. Nobody will catch me drowsy, because I have trained my entire life to be alert. Just enough is just enough. You get it? Since the ancient times, the study of all techniques has been necessary for correct judgment and self-understanding. Appearances can be deceiving. You must look for the best version of yourself. Execute your craft. There is so much more for you to discover. You must be fair-minded, at peace with yourself, and fully cognizant of the customs and styles of your opponent. You must be made of virtue and commitment, and willing to defend justice. Strategy is an integral part of winning. Small-mindedness and impatience for victory can only lead to self-demise and certain defeat. The price of success is hard work, and dedication to the job at hand. Determination to get it done. Whether we win or we lose, I have applied all techniques that reflect my heart, between the idea and the reality, between the motion and the act. It is time to seek peace, and you must appreciate the freedom and peace. If you perform this art with the wrong spirit, you will have a hollow mind. A person must be wholehearted in order to gain something true. Relax and calm your mind. Forget about your fear, your worries, your pain. Forget about it all. Do not be intimidated. Focus on your opponent's movements. Follow them. Fall into the rhythm. Courage is the ability to confront fear, pain, and intimidation, danger, and the shadows. You think you have seen the whole forest, but the technique is only one tree. To be a ninja, you must see the whole thing. You must be on your toes constantly, yet be relaxed. Just take it as it is. Don't overthink. Don't underthink. Training teaches us to maintain order within ourselves, so we may live in harmony. In a real fight, you aren't worried about what's pretty. Get your mind off of the surface. Your training today will win tomorrow's battles, so practice now. Your aim will be accurate because you trained it to be. Your mind will be sharp because you honed it. Your body will be strong because you have pushed past fear. And you will earn your skill with blood, sweat, and tears. And then you must never accept an inferior position. You must execute. It's time to look inward, past your mission, past your duties, and begin asking yourself, who am I? And what am I doing here? The creation of a sword can be compared to the growth of a human being. Start learning from zero that there is no end to the number of techniques that will emerge. Start unknown, finish a legend. This is the mentality of a ninja. To become strong, powerful, or famous is really nothing special. You must find integrity. You must endure to the end. No matter what happens, be prepared for all of the outcomes at all times. Humans have yet to dwell upon the consequences of their actions. People have yet to admit the bad that they do to nature. Most people spend their time finding fault in the action of others rather their own. The way to experience ultimate happiness is to let go of worries and regrets. Reflect back on all of the progress in your life and allow the positive, creative, and joyous thoughts to outshine and overwhelm any sorrow of grief that may linger in the recesses of your mind. Knowing that disease and disaster are natural parts of life, but the key is that we can overcome them. We can overcome it, the adversity, the calamity, with a happy spirit. Happiness is waiting here, right in front of you. Only you can decide what you want to experience. So take this to heart. When applied, the technique reflects in your actions. It is the training to become a moral person, to learn to endure in whatever social condition one is in, to know and accept one's fate, to live for human beings and for other creatures. We maintain the art of awareness. We choose always to be at peace. This is the ninja mentality.
The first rule of the ninja is to win without fighting. You must throw away your bad habits to get good. Your life is on the line, your future So practice well. Move with your feet, and the hands will follow. You are not just fighting one opponent, you are fighting the unknown. Endure to the end, no matter what happens, despite being prepared for death at any time. The spirit of the ninja is an art in which you must show nothing, allow nothing to be heard, and nothing to be seen. You are calm but alert, relaxed but ready, smooth but sharp, humble but confident. Forget your sadness, your anger, grudges, and hatred. Let them pass like smoke caught in a breeze. Do not indulge yourself in such feelings. Your enemy will have unnatural movement. Therefore, you'll be able to know what he is doing before he does it. From now on, you must strive to cut out unnecessary movement. Waste in movement is wrong, and it will get you killed. Learning a technique is not to an end in itself. It merely indicates where you need to start. Everything is basics. You must look beyond the wound to win the fight. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. It is important to practice your movement in the minimum necessary to complete its task. Always observe your opponent very carefully. You need to use the first seconds of every encounter to evaluate the length of their blade. Breathe life into the weapon. Don't take life away from it. Keep walking, because walking is life. Those who desire only technique will never understand the art. It's everything beyond that. Focus on infinite purpose. You've got to learn to utilize the space between you and your opponent. Distancing is very important. You will win the war without when you win the war within. The ninja must be focused. The ninja must be relentless. The ninja must be equipped. The ninja must endure.
Focus on the future for 50% and on the present for 40% and on the past for 10%. You must be on your toes consistently, yet but relaxed. Move with your feet and the hands will follow. To become strong, powerful, or famous is really nothing special. No more talk. I'm sick of people talking. Train. The time is now to work. Apply just the right amount of force. Never too much, never too little. Walk in a single path. Become neither cocky with victory nor broken with defeat. You are not just fighting one opponent. You are fighting the unknown. The wrong brush on the battlefield is not something that is forgiven easily. Steady, accurate, and fierce. If you don't have these three qualities, you cannot enforce the power. If you do, then the power has to be powerful. Train tirelessly to defeat the greatest enemy, and that is yourself, and to discover the greatest warrior, and that is yourself. Happiness is the supreme satisfaction that life offers. Dispel dissatisfaction and sorrow. Rethink the source to find happiness. This art does not mean you're invincible, but it means that you never give up. You worked the past pain. You overcame present disappointment. You didn't cave in to your doubts. You faced your fears. You learned to laugh. You learned to forgive. You have mastered the ability to love. You realize how little you actually know. Remember that for every technique you think you can fall back on, there is a counter for it. Or there are times when it cannot be used. When real battle comes, you must remember that some things will not be applicable. Don't think that any one technique is quintessential. You must remain in a constant state of healthy revelation. The techniques of your opponent are revealed. The changing of the seasons is revealed. What to do in the changing of the seasons is revealed to the humble. There should be no fighting that does not follow these rules. Therefore, the enemy who stands against the laws of nature has lost his battle before he begins the fight. People who cannot respect others for their good qualities, people who only look at the bad in others, are no good to themselves. By looking at only the bad points, you open yourself up to the reality that in a real encounter, you will probably be killed. You must see the good in people. Enduring to the end, no matter what happens. Preserving with life. Persevering through life's greatest challenges, despite being prepared for death at any time, is actually the secret. I call this the art of awareness. This is the beauty and the brilliance of awareness. To know one's weaknesses, to know one's strengths, to know your opponent. This is the revelation of mastery. You must always be aware, and you must always be at peace. Don't have a fixed idea in your head. Use everything you've learned until now. Any place you can breathe. Any room that you walk in, any table that you sit at, you can master the moment. Breathe.